Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. It's been a little while since the last one. This is a late in the evening having a beer episode, so expect rambling and losses of sobriety. It may not be the longest one. I'm kind of tired, but excuse me. If I don't do some today and tomorrow, I'm going to be away. So. Yeah, I kind of wanted to keep things ticking over. Truthfully, I can't even remember where we were last time. I remember we did the Mage's Tower. So maybe we are in fact in between. Yes, in between main event quests, I guess. Right, which begs the question. Oh, excuse me. Me and you and you and you. Where do we go? What's this about? Wow. I mean that's informative. Thank you. Sorry, so what did that achieve?
Indeed. Yes. Indeed.
Okay, well. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm falling asleep here. Right, so, we did the Mage's Tower. Normally, or ordinarily, I would have done Redcliffe first. But not. I guess... I might do, because I obviously on the first playthrough of this we touched on some of the Elvish one. Oh, hello. Who was contacting me? Absolutely no one. Maybe we'll do the dwarf one. We're doing these in a rather unconventional order. I think normally it's kind of assumed you'll take Alistair and you'll do Redcliffe first. Do you know what? Let's do Redcliffe. Hello. Random encounter. Oh. Or...
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Banorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards.
An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
Poignant. Anyway. I am.
Rough travels out here, eh? We even saw Darkspawn on the way in. We're delivering a message to the Chantry in Denerim. You? We saw a blood mage down near the Brazilian forest. We're off to tell the Chantry about him.
Am I... Oh. Do I want to stop them?
Thanks. We're heading out. Stay safe.
They seem nice enough, so even if that fails that, then it's no massive
Very well.
business of mine, is it? Apologies if I've just killed a quest by not engaging in that, but whatever. Right, so I don't remember this one very well, barring the general map layout.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us? So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard? He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you. He's just over there in the chantry. Please, come.
Sure, yeah, why not? Like many places in Dragon Age, Redcliffe's got a really nice little design to it. I really like the layout. Oh yeah, him.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl. You're a rather unusual group, to say the least. Can I ask who you are and why you've come? A Grey Warden? I thought you all died along with my nephew. At least that is what Loghain would have us believe. What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. There is a Grey Warden who goes by the name of Alistair. Does he yet live? He does? Finally, some good news amidst all the bad. Thank you. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault. Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses, returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. I'm asking you, please, help us. Help Eamon.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle. Of course. I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes? Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more. Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss. Should the monsters find their way in. I would prefer not to fight in the Chantry, but if they come, then so must it be. We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible. I do not know. They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Undead, perhaps. Spirits possessing the bodies of the dead. We could be dealing with a mage, but who would do such a thing?
Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him. Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Cool. Alright, Morrigan, as ever, disapproving.
Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. You are of elven blood and a stranger, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that. Not many in these modern days would honestly say the same. You are a woman of worth, and the Maker will smile upon you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers. Surely this cannot be the entire village. These few are all who are left? All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task? You would? That is, I mean, of course. I'd be happy to. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
I really, really like the way that the different characters respond differently there. I hadn't noticed it until Morrigan and Liliana were doing so differently there.
I'm
but
scared, Mother.
I think it's a
When are the
wonderful
bad men
touch.
coming?
Good day.
Soon,
I shall
darling.
do it.
Don't worry. Everything will be all right. But I want to go home.
It is begun.
Where's Father? Why can't we
These
go
are terrible
home?
times.
I already
Just
told you.
terrible.
Father is outside defending the
Oh, was it a close run thing?
We must stay here and
I'm so scared. Sorry. Am I bothering you? What are we going to do? I'll try to be more quiet. Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere.
How terrible, you poor thing. I wish there was something we could do to help.
And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Okay, so a few episodes ago I was talking about the difficulties of voice acting in things like this. And an absolutely classic example there was the voice actress for Liliana. I mean, that line was horrendously delivered. The person who's doing this individual person, whose name I've already forgotten, they're okay. But when you've got to record everything in isolation and the actors can't bounce off one another, it's like, yes, it's tough. So that's not great. But anyway, don't worry, I'll look for
You will. Thank you so much. Please find him.
Also, the shortage.
But night is coming. The monsters will return and we sit here and
The hair
No choice.
is kind of catching up
And hope.
on
These people
folks.
don't deserve what has happened to them. We must get to the bottom of this.
Also, I wish I could turn the hats off.
You know, we don't have the men we need. And their numbers just keep growing each night.
I guess we can just...
Tell them to maintain what? So you're the Grey Warden, are you?
Yes, I'm the Grey
I
Warden.
think they made women Grey Wardens.
Well, they do make women Grey Wardens.
So you say? A damn Qunari could walk up and say he was a Grey Warden. I wouldn't know the difference. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing. Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight. I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow.
What is I can do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
I mean, I don't... What the fuck is going on with this guy's voice? Never all that criticism of Liliana's voice actor. Like, what is going on here?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first. We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses. He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
He's gay? I don't see what that's got to do with anything.
Shouldn't you be trying to reason with Owen? Don't drink with him. That's how he sucks you in. Just my luck, our success hinges on the most foolish drunk of a smith ever to grace the Maker's lands.
If you had any idea, sir, that your fate hung not just in the balance of one drunken smith, but the very drunken smith who was playing this game before you. Right, okay, blacksmithy.
Go away. Curse you! Leave me in peace! You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left. Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough. All right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are? A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Funny, you didn't sound like an elf through the door. Can't say I expected that. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted? You mean, why are these creatures attacking the village? Obviously something wicked corrupts the castle. My daughter used to tell me the Alessa was up to something, hiding things from her husband. I told Valena she was imagining things, but maybe the Alessa was involved in something. Blood magic, maybe. I'd never make such accusations, but maybe, if she was using foul magic, then maybe she just did at that.
No, I can't remember this quest as anywhere near as well as I remember the Circle of the Magi one, but I recall the writing being pretty good on this, so we'll have a see.
She thought the Arlessa was having an affair with some tutor she hired for the boy, Connor. I never listened much to her talk about it, though I wish now I had. It doesn't matter anyway. She's lost to me, and I can't do anything about her warnings now. Of course not. And who would I tell? And what good would it do now, eh? I just wish I paid more heed to my girl. Only that she's an Orlesian girl from beyond the Western Mountains. Far too young for our Arl. That's what I say. And too proud and headstrong from the sounds of it. Like what? Look around. The militia took everything they could use. I could start up the forge again, but I won't, since Murdoch won't listen to me. If you mean you want me to smith something for you, then no. But feel free to take whatever's left. Don't suppose it matters much anymore. Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Verlaine, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
Excuse me. Do I have a message? Right, I'll rescue you.
It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
I'll do my best. What about the militia they need help?
If you look for Verlaine, I'll reopen the smithy and make some repairs for the militia. I can do that much.
Cool. Right, well, that was easy.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
Oh, Peter was...
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
We will do our best. Please believe us, friend.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
Right then. It seems I have some work to do, relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Right, excuse yourself. So, with absolutely zero effort on our part, we appear to have resolved that. Looks like that is everything. Now, by the docks, there is the dwarf lad.
You have a barbed tongue, Morrigan. Why do you treat others in this way?
I owe you no explanation. There is no writing on my forehead that says, "Please, guide me."
You are traveling with these people. It behooves you to be civil.
You were too transparent, old woman. Do not bring up our companions when all you wish is for me to be civil to you. I am not one of your circle apprentices, to hang on your every word. I am not Alistair, who sees in you a surrogate mother.
No, it is obvious you are nothing like Alistair.
Take your lectures elsewhere. They mean nothing to me.
Okay, well, maybe we'll get some interest out of Wynne. We were calling her something last time, and I've forgotten. Was it Wingerman or something? Winifred? Winifred. That feels feels like it might be the case. Guess it's not here. Windermere, maybe? This feels more promising, actually. There.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
I don't think we've got any points in Intimidate, so I think I'll just...
Apology accepted. The name's Dwin. Please get out. So what? You recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdoch. I'm not risking my neck for this town. Thanks. But I'll take my chances in here. Everyone else can run around in the open waiting to die. Maybe. Let's hear what you've got. You might just be able to pull that off. Fine. I'll throw in with the militia. For now. You better be out there too when the sun goes down. I'm not fighting for a lost cause, you hear me?
Yeah, you would be astonished at the things that I can pull off. Right, okay. While we're here, is there anything in your house? Yes, I have noticed that Morrigan has leveled up. Let's level Morrigan up. Okay, so I think it's all going on magic. Oh, she gets a point in something. Combat training does her very little good. Right, maybe I'll just go back actually and try and see who's got what in terms of like skills. How do I? Okay, so skills. So we've got this, and we are moving up through herbalism. Morrigan has some herbalism apparently, and some combat skills. Okay. Looks like everybody is herbalism, so that's not really ideal. And Liliana is poisoning, so I guess if we're going to split up, then probably survival is where we want to go with this. Although I suppose we could leave Wind to do that. No, let's do this. Okay. Okay, so Morrigan, she gets new things. It's basically what has she got that will make existing things better, really. I mean, going down that route's probably not the worst, so yeah, let's do that. Okay. Right, well, we have successfully whatever this town and got things in mind. So I think we can save this and have a pop at this. When I did this the first time, this was a frigging nightmare, this battle.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantig and the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget. I hope you're right. We may just be village folk, but we're going to fight like there's no tomorrow. Thanks for persuading him to come out here. He's going to be a great help. I just know it. There's not much time before sundown. You'll find him and his men at the mill by the bridge, to the north. I have a good feeling about tonight.
Stop fidgeting.
I don't like being outside the window. The man's giving me the evil eye.
So...
Well, he should.
I think that's north. It's kind of hard to tell whether it's that or a flipping artifact. But anyway,
When? Is this yours?
Oh, my bag of components. Thank you, dear. I was wondering where it got to.
You left it by the fire at camp.
Oh, yes, I remember now. How age creeps up on you and brings with it forgetfulness.
You're a great mage, Wen, and you're sharper and wiser than many people I know. Some young ones too.
Oh, but you should have seen me 15, 20 years ago. The fires have dimmed somewhat since then. But thank you, Mariana, for picking up after this old lady.
yeah, that's fun, wasn't it? This is why we want Morrigan in the party, because she is the antithesis to conversations like that. Hello, sir, whatever. Is there some empty... there we go.
No,
I shall do it.
Still, as it has been for days.
Like, there'll be stuff to pick up, so let's pick up the stuff before we start this.
As you say.
Dull process. Ooh, fancy vase. You may have already noticed that Morrigan is disapproving of most of the things we do, which is entirely understandable. Which means that she becomes a bit of a money pit for all the gifts and things. We'll be pouring them into her to keep her pleased. And, again, not the way I would have written the game, but...
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit, I do not know how to address an elf in your position. I do not wish to be rude.
Oh.
Please take no offense then, my good woman, for I meant none. I am Sir, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defence, perhaps all is not lost.
Yes.
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered. No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are. Ask me whatever you wish. I'm not sure. Murdoch mentioned a blacksmith in the village, but I believe the militia is using everything he had. Beyond that, you might try the village store. It's locked, but there may be items of use still within. I do not know.
You see where I can get some, some provisions or that? I don't think there's anywhere. Although I suppose you could try the shop.
A fellow named Lloyd runs it. He refuses to close and evacuate to the Chantry. I suppose he might still have something to sell you, though I wouldn't encourage dealing with a fool. He's a profiteer and nothing more.
Okay.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him. We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here. We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. He brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish. The Owl once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told. Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
Again, I kind of feel that this goes on.
As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
A little a little too long. This is the windmill.
It is begun.
Well, let's go and have a look in the windmill. Yeah, some of the dialogue. Ooh. Comparison pistol. Right. Okay. Very good. Yeah. I guess. Can I go down there? I guess not. Okay, fine. Or at least not yet. Yeah, if you're going to write a game, managing the amount of dialogue that you put in. Not that, I mean, dialogue can be superb, but I think in the... I think that there's ways to approach it so that you don't have like overload of like death by market research in role-playing games is you know, it's not a good look.
I can't believe how relieved.
Yeah. Can I highlight this in the tavern? Where the tavern is? The tavern is down there. Right. Yeah. Like, conversations should feel conversational rather than like entirely interrogative. And I think Dragon Age doesn't always get this right. Like there's, I mean, we've mentioned before, like the camp issues, but as in like the issues when you're speaking to party members in the camp. Sorry, I'm gonna have to have a look here and see. But just generally, yeah, it. I missed this. Tavern is apparently up there. Yeah, sometimes you just like sort of you fall into this realm of question after question, and it's not always the most satisfying. Let's go to the tavern. Let's not go to the tavern. Let's go to the tavern.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'd have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny. Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy. What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local. And they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly, he gropes me and pays me next to nothing. But I suppose it could be worse. Not like I've got many options. No, that'll just make things worse. And that's very sweet, but I'll be fine. I'd like that. And maybe we could talk after the battle tonight. If we're still here, that is. Later on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the chantry. Are you fighting tonight? That's good to hear. I didn't know that. Keep safe.
Yes, the longer in the history of sexualizing bar staff in role-playing games.
Not looking for company. And that's all we have in common. I'm not here to talk.
There's something about this man's demeanor. I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But you do, don't you? I know spy when I see one.
Look, just because you're an elf doesn't mean we should be friends. I was just told to... I mean, just leave me alone. Nothing. Nobody told me to do anything. Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
Very optional.
I'm not here to hurt anyone, I swear. I'll tell you what you want to know. Just don't kill me. This is more than I bargained for.
I pressed the wrong button there.
They just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear. A tall fellow, I forget his name, he said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man, Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong. Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle. I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know. Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it. Do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me. Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
I don't really understand the... Well, whatever. We got some stuff. Right. Let's try and, yeah.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes? Brave words, brave words. Well, we'll see when night falls, won't we? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope. Fine. Make them quick. Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar, just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward. But Van Tegan said we didn't have to. He said... Fine, I'll go. But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody...
Okay.
I see you got that bastard Lloyd to join the militia. It's about time he did something to help out. I guess this puts me in charge. Poor Lloyd will have an apoplexy just thinking about it, eh?
Yes, that's the word that the peasant bar girl would use. Apoplexy. Right, okay. I need some sort.
Fair enough. Let me see what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
Sick. Right, okay. Oh, free. For free. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess if it is free, then we kind of take it. We're going to need it. I'm never going to use the dog. Like, I'm just... There's no point in taking that. And the deep mushroom. Whoop. What is this? Nothing. Right, okay. Yeah, cool. Right. Fabulous. Right. My teenage self, I believe, chatted her up somehow. There may have been some sort of... well, I mean... I was about to say crude love scene, but I think The Witcher has just, like, absolutely dismantled that. Do you know... Looking at all this, actually, and talking about it, would you, considering that this was God knows how many years before Witcher 3, doesn't look bad, you know. I think it's like, it's It's not as good. Of course, it's not as good, but it's like it's half of the time, like, graphics are one thing. This is another thing I want to do a video on at some point, even though I'm arguably not very well qualified to discuss it. There's graphics and there's art direction. Dragon Age Origins has got some superb art direction. Like, it just... the look and the feel, the way Redcliffe is laid out, the way the Circle of the Mages was like laid out, it's just a good looking places. You know, in a sea of blandness.
I hear both Murdoch and Sir Perth are ready for nightfall. Excellent news.
Okay.
Of course. Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Right, okay. Sorry, so what do I... oh. I go and speak... oh, yes, blessings.
What is it you need, child? I have done all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give. Sir Perth believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Does he not realize that it is his faith alone which must sustain him? It is faith alone which will bring the Maker's aid.
Unfortunately, he seeks the Maker's protection in a far too literal sense. This is something I cannot promise nor provide. I do not know. Certainly nothing that isn't tainted with the very foul magic Sir Perth seeks protection from. I did not mean to speak against your magic. I only mean that to affect these monsters might take the same type of power that created them. I would no sooner trust that power in our hands than I would anywhere else. We are better off trusting in our faith and fighting for our lives. Thank you. Too bad Sir Perth cannot see it as you do. You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that. I suppose their belief in the Maker's power could inspire them, but it just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
We're both going to tend to these poor folks, are we? Right, okay, great.
Very
well. Yeah. Oh. Nope, it hasn't crashed. Okay, but let that be a lesson to us. It's probably best to throw a save game in there because you never know. Morgan, do you drink wine? It just occurs to me that we have a reasonable amount of it.
Interesting.
No, not special. Alright, Morgan approves +1.
The Knights of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal. Have you spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything?
Must we do this? The faith that will protect these men must come from their heart, surely.
If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice. I will send some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last. There is still time before the sun goes down. If you have not yet spoken to Murdoch, or if there is anything you have planned...
I think there's some traps you can put somewhere, but I can't be asked.
Good luck to you then, and may the Maker watch over us all.
Alright, combat. Like I say, back in the day, this was a fucking nightmare, so... But I'm thinking
They're coming.
that our current party composition
Get to your position.
should make a mockery of this. Leonardo disapproves, but Morgan approves. Fine. So we're here. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, fine. Let's go. You come in.
I think they've seen us.
Morgan, did you get the... Kind of regretting some of my decisions now. Okay. Win, what are you doing? Somewhat, but like I say, this hasn't gone spectacular. Oh yeah, we've got the stubble thing, that'll be fairly handy. Right, okay. Okay, we don't need to do that yet. I guess we'll drain life from you. I think the last thing that we do is to... have enough mana. Win, can you do the heal everybody thing? I thought that would be useful. Okay. Right, we need to save up a bit of mana. You're alright there, lads, by the way. You're not, we're not bothering you, you know, like, dealing with all this, are we? Yeah. Thug. Right, well, I'm glad that Thug has decided to join us. It would be a shame if he wanted to wait. we need more mana. We can do that. Yeah, go on then. We've already got Spell Bloom out. Let's try that. Good. Oh yeah, we could be doing that. Right, okay. This is open, so might as well get rid of that. And then... what was this one? Grease. Oh, I should use grease. Oh, I feel like a right idiot for not using that. They still seem to be coming, which is rather... Morgan, have you got... if you've got that, you should use that. Right. Might be a little bit of friendly fire here, but trust me when I say I don't care. There we go. Right. Win, can you heal? You can group heal, so do that. Did that heal? No, it didn't heal the people. Right, okay, cool. Is that one of our folks dying? It certainly seems to be. I'm not going to try and keep every person alive here. If folks die, need is perhaps a stretch. Right, okay. I'm going to save it midway through because this bit wasn't actually the challenging part, it was this bit. Right, okay. Okay, so firstly, this. Nextly, this. Finally, I'm going to try this, which might hurt a few people in there. Good. Okay. You are elite. Okay, that didn't work. It's a shame. Right, Morgan, where are you? Morgan. You're right in the centre of things. Perfect. Right, do that. Maybe actually take out. We can take out this afterwards. this guard is looking like he might have to be collateral to my needs here because.
It shall be done.
Nope. Nope. Right, okay. That I didn't go quite as I would have hoped, if I'm honest, but I guess we will just good, right, okay. Alright, okay, so what have we got? There's a couple over there that have seen better days. Okay, he's off. That's entirely understandable. Can we oh, this is up again. We want spell bloom up always. I know it's going to be friendly fire for water, but probably is a reasonable course of action. Morgan, do you have? No, you don't. Okay. Oh, Liliana's going up there. Go on there. Looks like more might be coming.
Order shall be given.
Where's she going? Yeah. There's two more that way. And I thought there's another, but I can't quite see them. Okay, we'll drink that. Just cast that. Didn't work out very well. Right, okay. Good. A few more stones. Right. Well, this looks like it could. No, we don't have to figure it out. Yeah, do that. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right. Can you not just do that? Okay. Right. Ooh. Okay. Let's get spell bloom up when the chance arrives. Yeah, let's get one of these. We can't take him with us. Okay. Win, have you got, like, can you heal this guy? Because, like, he's gonna die otherwise. Possibly directly to my hand. There's a flame burst everywhere. Yeah, okay, we are. leading troops. Maybe to be fair, the reason I found it so hard the first time was because I was trying to keep everyone alive, which would admittedly have made life a complete nightmare. Okay. Well, they're still coming. Two of them. What have we got? We've got this guy. I think maybe running in and doing that might help us somewhat. Whew. Fireballs. Maybe we do that actually. Win. Don't really want you to take an entire lyrium potion if it's okay. But do take that and do get Morrigan back up. There is no doubt that we need her. Okay. Good. Right, okay. Do I fireball you? Do I fireball you? What a stupid question. Of course I fireball you. Fireball you all without any consideration of my own safety. Right, okay, I'm not going to get experience of this, but it doesn't matter. Let's take control of Morrigan. And she's so low on stuff that maybe we shift the spider? It looks like this may not have been the smartest call. Everybody is similarly... Oh god, yeah. Right, win. Fight him. Morrigan's getting packed in as well. And they're still coming. Right, okay, this has been a dismal failure. So at least it is as tough as I remember. Like I remember this being one of the tougher battles in Dragon Age. I'm making the assumption that the guys up here will help. If they're even still... Oh god, it looks like they've got problems of their own. Okay, well... I don't know, maybe. Maybe not. Think you hate Win? What about these guys? They really hate Win. Sorry, sunshine. our journey ends. The last save was actually in between the two. Whether or not this was a good place to save is another matter. I guess we kind of need to... Well, maybe we don't. We'll just have to be a little bit more on it when it comes to healing people up and... I guess stunning everything that moves is the other thing. So, number one. Okay, number two. Okay, because we'll get good value from those stuns. No, we do need to... Okay. Morgan, you will have your own stun. Right. Murdoch has seen better days. Win. Can you heal Murdoch? I guess we have to heal manually and then do the other things elsewhere. Who's that? Lloyd. Lloyd, I hate to tell you this, but you're going to take a fucking thing to the face here. If... Okay, good. Lloyd, did it hurt you? Yeah, it didn't hurt you. Didn't help. Right. So... I think kind of have to go... maybe not. How long does Greece last for? Really would quite like that to be there. I'm just trying to slow things down. Right. Lloyd needs healing. You have a heal. I guess we heal ourselves with the mass healing, and then we heal them with the sort of specific healing. Okay. When if you've got another heal, just keep healing him up. Okay, one more coming from that. Okay, well, somebody smelt his ruin. Right, okay, anybody... Murdoch. Murdoch needs healing, please. You try and pot him down. Lloyd, I don't know what you're doing over there, quite frankly, but if you want to die, then you go ahead and die. Okay, well, hit the wrong one, but never mind. I feel like I should go and help Lloyd, to be honest. Is Murdoch still somewhere and struggling? Murdoch's there. Wynne, can you heal Murdoch? I should drink one of those. As indeed should... Well, Wynne should be ready to drink one of those. Right.
Ready. It is begun.
Okay, there's 3 of them there, and there's Lloyd and Liliana. That sounds like perfect fireball territory. Oh, there's only 2 of them. Sorry, Lloyd. That might have killed Lloyd. Or maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I'm being a touch aggressive with these fireballs. Right. Okay. Wynne. I think there's a little bit of time left before we have to go for... Have we got any? Where is Murdoch? Okay, heal Murdoch. Oh shit, we're not been stunned, have we? Right, okay. Right, okay. 2 more go down. Wynne, you will also need one of those, please. Right, okay. Okay, Murdoch, Militia, Morrigan, Wynne, Militia, Liliana. Okay, fine.
Lost me!
Morrigan, can you... You don't have Mind Blast. Right, damn it. Right, okay. Right, well, we learnt last time that Fireball is a dangerous game. So maybe we won't kill everything. Tempting, but we'll go avoiding friendly fire. Is there anybody who's taken a bit of a pasting? To be honest, just Wynne herself is actually tanking most of it. Okay. Guess there's not much between the focus fire and you. Wynne, do you have anything that will massively help? No. Morrigan, you need to get some mana, as do I, to be honest. Yeah, Wynne. That's useless. Okay. We just have to leave you to your own devices. Well. Sorry, Thomas, but like, I need to thin out some of this horde. That, okay. Okay, great. So we've got two there that are struggling. Well, that one there is the jet. Right, okay, and then this one. Oh, we've got time for that. Okay, stuns a couple. Okay. You see, now we're at this difficult point of like, are these the last of them? At which point we can just sort of not like suck up any more mana potions, or is there another wave? Yes, we'll hold on for now. And they're still coming. They're still coming, so maybe we. I would rather not use up every single potion if possible. But then again, if we've got that many, feels like we're still in a relatively good position. Oh, who's that militiaman? Right, Win. No, be very careful here, Win. I think it's that guy, isn't it? Yeah. So let's just. Okay, still coming. Okay. They're still coming. I think Win does need to take another one of those, unfortunately, as do I. Right, okay. Things are looking a little. Oh my god, that guy! Well, I don't think Win's gonna have to heal herself, so. Right, okay. Can we. Still a few more. Yeah, I was kind of expecting it to end here, but in fact it seems to be carrying on rather worryingly. Okay. Spell bloom goes. Okay, so. Got one there. Got one there. I mean, that guy's in trouble. That guy is in all sorts of trouble. The fact that that ice spell just doesn't seem to work anymore is, at least not as I would expect it to, is somewhat disappointing. Okay. It's working for Morrow, it seems. So. Hey, we might have done this. Right, what do we leave with? Militia, and Murdoch lived. None of the rest did, but hey. Fuck me. Am I the greatest Dragon Age player ever?
And we survived the night. We are victorious.
No thanks to you.
And though this victory came at great cost, we must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me. I thank you, dear lady. Truly the Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour. Surely these people deserve some small celebration, don't you think? There is time yet.
Let us bow our heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliffe. Now they walk with he who is their maker. Long may they know the peace of his love.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able. Now we've no time to waste. Meet me at the mill. We can talk further there.
Sick. Right. Well, I went up a level. I think we ended up being committed to the cunning trap because she was unable to open locks without it. Song of Courage. Yeah, I mean, there's arguments to say go for that. We have to chase that, but apparently we can't get it this time because we haven't got enough of that. These things make absolutely no odds to us because Liliana is not going to be using the bow. Very nearly said refused, which is slightly harsh. Yeah, that's of no use to her. I mean, she's the only meleeer, so it's pretty unlikely she's gonna. What's that lethality? Bonus to critical chance for all attacks. Oh right, well we're going for that then. Okay, right, easy.
I'm still amazed we made it through the night in one piece and won. They'll be telling stories about this for years, I bet. Fighting's not over. We still have Darkspawn to battle, and if the Arl sends out the call, I'll be there for him. No offense, but I've lived under the Arl my whole life. I'll fight when he calls me, or when I absolutely need to, and that's it. If you'll excuse me, I think I'll offer the Maker a bit of thanks for not choosing to be a wrathful god today. Good luck to you.
Good luck to you. Bastard. No, not bastard, sorry. Right, okay. Is the shop open now? Is it like... I'm not entirely sure whether... Oh. Sorry, there's me thinking spacebar would be the jump button. This is not Deep Rock Galactic.
Some fight. Reminds me why I left Orzammar in the first place. Constant fighting. A warrior's life there is blood, ash, and dust. Though I'm not sure who's dirtier. These creatures are Darkspawn. Rebuild. Same thing I intended to do before. Except this time, there's more humans left alive to help. First thing I'm gonna do is get some sleep. For about a week. Go celebrate or whatever it is you're gonna do. You won, right? You're a hero. Or something.
Yeah, pretty too.
Go celebrate or whatever you have to do. Hey, anything for Redcliffe, right? Whatever. First thing I'm gonna do is get some sleep. For about a week. Go celebrate or whatever it is. Go celebrate or whatever you have to do. If I wanted to fight Darkspawn, I'd have stayed in Orzammar. No thanks. Go celebrate or whatever.
Okay.
As
Yes. Okay, fine. Good. Right, okay. Well, we can try the, we're gonna have to go up to the mill at some point. What's this? A Chanter's board. And, a Blackstone liaison? Is what?
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about. I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more. Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens. Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
So, things that are like almost revered in video games as being a good thing, that in real life are the worst thing ever. Mercenaries. Like, the amount of, you know, obviously Cloud Strife being the archetypal video game mercenary. But these here, oh, maybe we can help Ferelden by, you know, charging us. It's like, meanwhile, in the real world, it's like, yeah, just pay us and we'll go and fucking massacre a load of people. Pretty awful. But anyway. Fine. Now, you can either believe that I can read incredibly quickly, or I don't, to be honest, Cat. I'll probably do these by accident. On that. Oh, Doomsayer. This is always good for a chat.
The end is upon us! The dead rise, and foul magic spreads across...
Yes. Yes, it does, and yes, it is. Right. Right, Owen.
Good to see you in one piece. Do you have news of Elena yet? Well, I'll give it some time. Now's the best time to go into the castle, though, and see for yourself. Remember, a promise is a promise. Right. I haven't got much, obviously, but I'll do whatever I can for you.
Yeah. Right. What I want is... I mean... Ooh. A metal kite shield, but I don't know if... comparing items to Liliana. Yeah, she doesn't have the strength for it. What about this? She does, but it's shit. Right, okay. Absolutely no bonuses there. She can't afford to carry that. Soldiers. Yeah, okay, none of this is. Oh, this is. Oh, no, can't afford that either. That would be slightly better. But I mean, is it worth it? And the answer is no. Don't need that, don't need that. I think we're keeping the Templar armor for Alistair. I don't know why. I don't use him, but no. Let us away. Let's delete this one because we don't no longer need that. We will save this.
Perish outside of the Maker's forgiveness.
Yeah. Let's nip by the tavern just in case there's some.
Very.
Yeah. Oh, gossip. Let's talk to gossip.
Ah, don't mind us. Just talk, that's all. The Maker, my brother and his family made it out.
I felt like.
Barn took Lothering, did they?
I don't know. I expect so, since there was no one there to stop
them.
Well, it won't be much
I
longer.
admit, for a while, I didn't think either of us would survive.
Doesn't seem to be anyone.
It's good to see you did. Anything I can get you? Fair enough. Let me see what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
Yeah, nothing. Right, okay. Well, I guess... Did Lloyd die?
It is...
It looks like Lloyd might have died. At which point she owns the tavern. So, you know. There we go. Here we are. Making people's lives better with these simple interactions. Convince one man to come out of his cellar and go to his death, and then somebody else steals his property.
It is sad to think of how much death there has been here. But we have saved the village beyond all expectations. You have done well, my friend. I will remain here to guard the village and receive any fellow knights as they continue to return. At least until the castle is retaken.
That's, yeah. I think there's more fighting.
Odd how quiet the castle looks from here. You would think there was nobody inside at all. But I shouldn't delay things further. I had a plan. To enter the castle after the village was secure. There is a secret passage here, in the mill, accessible only to my family. I knew you would choose to enter the castle instead of staying in the village. And we needed warriors. I'm sorry if I... Maker's breath.
Tigan, thank the Maker, you yet live.
Isolde, you're alive. How did you... What has happened?
I do not have much time to explain. I slipped away from the castle as soon as I saw the battle was over, and I must return quickly. And I need you to return with me, Tigan. Alone. What? Who is this woman, Tigan?
Were it not for her help, Isolde, I would not be here. I owe her my life.
Pardon me, I would exchange pleasantries, but... considering the circumstances...
Please, Isolde, we had no idea anyone was even alive within the castle. We must have some answers.
I know you need more of an explanation, but I don't know what is safe to tell. Tigan, there is a terrible evil within the castle. The dead waken and hunt the living. The maid responsible was caught, but still it continues. And I think Connor is going mad. We have survived, but he won't flee the castle. He has seen so much death. You must help him, Tigan. You are his uncle. You could reason with him. I do not know what else to do. He is an infiltrator, I think. One of the castle staff. We discovered he was poisoning my husband. That is why Eamon fell ill.
Eamon was poisoned?
He claims an agent of Terran Logain's hired him. He may be lying, however. I cannot say. He is being kept alive so far, thank the Maker.
Kept alive? Kept alive by what?
Something the mage unleashed. So far it allows Eamon, Connor, and myself to live. The others were not so fortunate. It killed so many, and turned their bodies into walking nightmares. Once it was done with the castle, it struck the village. It wants us to live, but I do not know why. It allowed me to come for you, Tegan, because I begged, because I said Connor needed help. I do not know. Oh, Maker's mercy. Could it truly be a demon? I can't let it hurt my Connor. You must come back with me, Tegan. Please. For Connor's sake. I promised I would return quickly and only with Tegan. Tegan, I know you could order your men to follow me when I return to the castle. I beg you not to. For Connor's sake. I beg your pardon? That's a rather impertinent accusation. No, I did not mean... That is to say, Please, stop this. An evil I cannot fathom holds my son and husband hostage. I came for help. What more do you want from me? Tegan, I do not have much time. What if it thinks I'm betraying it? It could kill Connor. Please come back with me. Must I beg?
The king is dead, and we need my brother now more than ever. I will return to the castle with you, Isolde.
Thank the Maker. Bless you, Tegan. Bless you.
I have no illusions of dealing with this evil alone. You, on the other hand, have proven quite formidable. Isolde, can you excuse us for a moment? We must confer in private before I return to the castle with you.
Please do not take too long. I will be by the bridge.
Here's what I propose. I go in with Isolde, and you enter the castle using the secret passage. My signet ring unlocks the door. Perhaps I will distract whatever evil is inside and increase your chances of getting in unnoticed. What do you say? What choice do either of us have? If your business with Eamon is important, you're going to have to go inside to find him. Sir Perth and his men can watch for danger at the castle entrance. If you can open the gates from within, they can move in and help you. I don't think there's anyone else who can help you. If you choose not to go, then it's up to me to do what I can. Here is my signet ring. It will open the lock on the door in the mill. Whatever you do, Eamon is the priority here. If you have to, just get him out of there. Isolde, me, and anyone else, we are expendable.
Of course you're expendable. Brilliant. Option 5.
Greater evils have been loosed on the world, but I will not argue with you.
So we are just going to send him with that woman? It seems so dangerous.
But I can delay no longer. Allow me to bid you farewell. And good luck.
Sick. Right, well. Vague recollections of watching a speedrun where somebody just like
A tunnel that went under the entire lake. Who would build such a thing?
Yeah, that's a fair question, Morgan. Oh, combat with enraged corpses. Well, guess what? Let's go. Hello.
Hello? Is there someone out there? Who is it? By all that's holy, you! I can't believe it!
Yeah.
Maker's breath, how did you get here? I never thought I'd see you again, of all people. You've spoken with her. Then, you know I poisoned Al Eamon. For all I know, he's already dead. Please, I know how it seems. Poisoning the Arl was a terrible thing. But I'm not behind everything else happening here, I swear! Before I say anything else, I need to ask you a question. You can do whatever you feel you need to afterward, but I need to know. What became of Lily? They didn't hurt her, did they? The thought that she might have paid for my crime. Oh, my poor Lily, she must hate me now, if she even lives. What have I done? So, here we are again, the two of us. What happens now? I know it looks suspicious, but I'm not responsible for the creatures and the killings in the castle. I was already imprisoned when all that began. At first, Lady Isolde came here with her men, demanding that I reverse what I'd done. I thought she meant my poisoning of the Arl. That's the first I heard about the walking corpses. She thought I'd summoned a demon to torment her family and destroy Redcliffe. She had me tortured. There was nothing I could do or say that would appease her. So they left me to rot. I was instructed to by Terran Loghain. I was told that Arl Eamon was a threat to Ferelden, that if I dealt with him, Loghain would settle matters with the Circle. All I wanted was to be able to return. But he abandoned me here, didn't he? Everything's fallen apart. I never thought it would end like this. Maker, I've made so many mistakes. I've disappointed so many people. I wish I could go back and fix it. I just want to make everything right again.
Also, you have massive hands. But that might be a curse of mages, because I do too.
I don't know. I dabbled because it seemed the only way Lily and I could escape. The only way I could avoid being made tranquil. I swear, if I knew what would happen, I'd never have started down this path. I'd never have listened to Loghain. Oh, thanks. That makes me feel so much better. At least let me explain what I was doing here. Connor had started to show signs. Lady Isolde was terrified the Circle of Magi would take him away for training. She sought an apostate, a mage outside the Circle, to teach her son in secret so he could learn to hide his talent. Her husband had no idea. I thought that too. Connor has little knowledge of magic, but he may have done something to tear open the veil. With the veil to the Fade torn, spirits and demons could infiltrate the castle. Powerful ones could kill and create those walking corpses. No, she was adamant that he never find out. She said that he'd do the right thing, even if it meant losing their son, and that infuriated her. Some. But he's still very young. He can barely cast a minor spell, never mind something more powerful. At least not intentionally. Like I said, he may have torn the veil accidentally. If he's involved in this at all, I really don't know. The Arl's a decent man. I wondered how he could possibly be the threat Loghain said he was, but I did it anyway. I'm such a fool. I'm just sick of running away and hiding from what I've done. I'm going to try to fix it any way I can. We were friends once. I know I don't deserve to call you that after what I did. If it ever meant anything, please help me fix this. And I betrayed you. And Lily. I'm sorry.
Technically,
so sorry.
I betrayed you.
Please, I'm begging you. Won't you help me try and do one thing right in my life?
I say this boy could still be of use to us, but if not, then let him go. Why keep him prisoner here?
Because he is dangerous, my dear. If not to others, then surely to himself.
You betray your own kind with such words, old woman.
Humanity is my kind. To play with forces beyond one's control is to invite disaster, no matter one's intentions.
He wishes to redeem himself. Doesn't everyone deserve that chance?
Like yourself, you mean?
Everyone deserves a chance to redeem themselves in the Maker's eyes. This man, no less than any.
Jowen has good intentions, but a blood mage? I find it difficult to trust his words.
Give me a chance, please. You're letting me out? And what then? I'm not sure that's a good idea. I'd like to help out, but I'm not so sure I want to follow you into danger exactly. Then I will wait. If you change your mind, I will be here.
What?
You're back. Have you found out what's going on yet? I see. What now, then? You're letting me out? And what then? I'm not sure that's a good idea. I'd like to help out, but I'm not so sure I want to follow you into danger exactly. I won't, I promise. I will find a way to fix this somehow.
I mean, world's most ineffectual prison cell. This has been nearly 2 hours, and it was never meant to go on for as long as it has.
Out with it.
Here we go. We'll save the game. Ready to quit it. Dragon Age. To be honest, like, one of the problems with Dragon Age is that its leveling up system is shit. You've got this like the art direction and like the quest writing. Whoever was responsible for that, you know, take a bow. Well done. That's one of the good parts. We've been singing its praises, and I think like when we talk about like the way the quests are laid out in the Mage's Circle and in Redcliffe, it's just arranged quite nicely. They're good quests. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. It's just you have a series of powers that go from 1 to 4. And I mean, like, there's a certain status attribute requirement to get there, but none of these are particularly difficult. Which means that you hit your most powerful spell. Well, I mean, Fireball, I would argue, is the most powerful spell. You hit that obscenely early. I think in later Dragon Ages, I recall, I've not played Inquisition, but I watched a friend and housemate play it on the PlayStation for large sections, and that seemed to have like abandoned the concept of the strategy RPG in favour of just like the action, you know, RPG. It was almost, you know, more of an action game. And I guess if you're doing that, it kind of possibly makes sense to have these, you know, multiple 1, 2, 3, 4 level things. But like most of the time, like these are just, and they're so pointless because like the vast amount, like number of these, like you don't have anything further up the chain that's more exciting. It's just sort of like a vague incremental thing. Like I really like Baldur's Gate 2 particularly, but we're talking of D&D, like when you go up a spell level in D&D, that feels really significant. Like some spell levels are more significant than others. I mean, like I recall in the in the Baldur's Gate games and the Icewind Dale games, that like spell level 4 is not as good as spell level 3 or 5, and that's fine. But getting up to when you go up and you unlock a new level, there's a real sense of improvement. Whereas with this, and of course it's equally true of the melee classes. This isn't just a mage thing. It's quite underwhelming. Like we got early on, we got the fireball spell, and we're sort of, and again, it's this really big criticism of Dragon Age. Like, there is a sense that once we got the fireball spell, we would kind of been better off if we hadn't gone up any more levels. Every level after that doesn't make the character feel incrementally more powerful. It just makes the enemies more powerful. And what we'll be doing for the rest of the game is much what we've been doing now. Like we have, to all intents and purposes, we've hit level cap like a quarter of the way through the game. That's really fucking bad. That is a bad piece of RPG design. And it's, this is the whole point of this channel, really, of these Let's Plays, is to examine this and say, well, what works, what doesn't work. This doesn't work, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to, well, I do mean to be disrespectful to, like, a series that is, does a lot of things very, very well, but what I've said before on it, like, it's a 6 out of 10 RPG with 9 out of 10 elements. The art design, the theme and the tone and like the story and the dungeon design, really, really good. But like this is just bad. And I think it should be like, okay, so it's because, like, I mean, I always think, like, the first playthrough of the game is the most important one, and like maybe on the first playthrough of Dragon Age you don't necessarily notice that as much at this point. It's glaringly obvious on the second playthrough, but at any point in this, it's just like, it's just not good. It's not a good mechanic. So yeah. Having said that, it isn't Wizardry 8's fucking parser system. So it's not. This is not going to stop me from playing, but it's just like, when you're making an RPG, like, your level up system is really important, because it is the sort of thing that keeps you going, that sort of pulls you along. Like the almost like the antithesis to Dragon Age Origins is, I know I only did a very brief Let's Play on it, is Might and Magic 7, Where in that game, you know, the story and the art direction is just abysmal. It's just like I mean, the storytelling and yeah, in Might and Magic 7, like Jesus wept, it's awful. But what it has is a really good leveling up system where you feel like you're getting a sort of noticeable benefit to your power with each level. And it's enough. You know, it's not enough to drag it to greatness. So everyone knows. I think even the most ardent like Might and Magic fan would be, you know, ready and willing to acknowledge that the series is not a 10 out of 10 game. But the impact of a really good leveling up system is, you know, it has a tangible benefit, and to be honest, the way I feel with this is that if you're not able to see that, and you're not able to come up with a at least reasonable leveling up system, I think about, I guess for me, reasonable, like Pillars of Eternity's leveling up system wasn't, you know, that was flawed, you know, like, but it was okay. But that should be the minimum. I mean, like, it should be like this on Dragon Age. It's just bad. And this was made by BioWare. It makes you wonder, like, with all those, all the Infinity Engine games, like, was that just D&D? Like, did they not get this? Because maybe it was, like maybe it was purely. I mean, D&D's had, you know, what we talk. Well, even at the time, it had 20 years of, you know, tabletop experience to draw those lessons. You know. 20 years of tabletop to experience to draw from when writing, you know, its systems. So, well, it wouldn't have been 20 years necessarily, but okay. The numbers aside, it had a wealth of experience to draw on. But this is bad. So if you're thinking of if you're watching this and you're like, I want to do an RPG inspired by Dragon Age or the thing, just make sure that it's not being inspired by these parts, because like this is bad. Yeah. Anyway, is there anything else to cover? Just so I don't end on an entirely seemingly toxic note. I guess I'll go through and say, here comes this. It's just more like. Do you know, like, this is the other thing with this. I mean, like, I know I talk about the Morpagaisms of this game and the very poor, small, incremental bonuses, but like also, like, just this isn't good. The Ring of Study +1 magic, like +1 to your I don't know, whatever we've got, 33 magic. Like, I think the Baldur's Gate games do this really. The Fallout games are a bit of a more mixed bag. We'll come to them in a sec. But the Baldur's Gate games do really well with this, and that they'll have things like, you know, plus D6 damage or something, and it's like, oh right, okay, that tells me exactly what the benefit or is of this item. +1 magic. It's just like, what does that mean? And this is the other thing with Dragon Age that I really hate, is that, like, it's not. Look, there will be people who've drawn up tables, of course there will be, and like, I'm sure you can go on forums, subreddits, and like wikis, and they'll say, you know, +1 magic makes this much difference to this spell. But if you're just, you know, these things should be understandable in game. Because at this point, like, what's the point of the numbers? Like, why are we hitting something for, like, I don't know, like 40 damage? Just doesn't, like, there's so little point. We're just chipping away. Everything feels completely arbitrary. Whereas in, you know, Baldur's Gate or, you know, Fallout 1 or 2, like Fallout 1 or 2 have some crazy approaches to damage. But when you have a Desert Eagle and it says with the ammunition you've got in how much damage that's, you know, that does, whatever it is, like 8 to 18 damage, you're like, okay, well that's going to take 8 to 18 health. You don't just have like +3 magic and then like, oh, how much damage does a fireball do? And oh well, you know, a fireball, like, you know, erupts an explosive ball of flame, inflicting lingering fire damage on all targets in the area as well as knocking off the friendly fire. So how much damage does it do? Oh, some. Like what? That's. It's just. I mean, again, like they moved away in the series from this sort of more strategic. I mean, this is terribly strategic, but like more strategic leaning. I don't want to say system, but like ideal. To a more just like action RPG, you know, play it with a controller kind of game, and maybe that makes more sense there. But it's just like it's just weak and lazy. You know. Anywho, but as I say, the tone and the writing is good. Do you know, when I started this Let's Play, I was talking about how back in the day that they called this the spiritual successor to Baldur's Gate, and I was just like, it's not. And then I started this Let's Play and I said, oh, maybe we were a bit unkind. No, it wasn't. It's just nothing like Baldur's Gate. But anyway, right, okay, I've been trying to end this episode for ages. I keep getting drawn out on these ranting things. Perhaps it will help if I have a look at the main menu. Ah, yes, yeah, right, that makes it feel like we're ending to me. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and it might be a little while before I get another one of these episodes out. I've got some stuff to be doing, but hopefully this won't be the last one. Although there is given the time that I'm going to be out, there is a possibility that I might not come leaping back. But it won't be because of the salt of this episode. It's just it's going to be time before I can dedicate more time to it. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, I will see you next time, if there is one.